Namaste, Adab. Before anything else, I would really like to thank Mrs. Raila ma'am for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my experience on her YouTube channel. Mrs. Raila was my teacher, my communication skills teacher back in my college, and that's how we know each other. And knowing her and learning from her is a really wonderful experience that I've had. And when I came to know that she started a YouTube channel, so I started following her, and her channel has got really some amazing videos which everybody has to look, and they'll find really good knowledge here in her channel. And I would strongly recommend everybody to subscribe and follow her channel. And coming to the video, um, last week when she posted a video of gifting a COVID patient and how we should treat them and how we should not treat them, when I saw the video, I felt it was very amazing, and I felt it was very much needed at that moment of time. And I thought that I should also share my experience with all of you out there, so that it will help someone in some way, or it might at least give some knowledge, like how we should properly treat them. So here am I. My name is Jessie, and I am a culinary student, and I am from Telangana state. So here I am today to share my experience about my family member who tested positive for corona, and how he overcame that, and how people around him uh, were what were their experience and everything. I lost my father when I was in my 8th standard, and my mother is the elder daughter of her family, and my mother has got only one brother. So I have a mama, uncle. So in their story, he is the main person. In the month of July, in the month end of July, and in the starting of August, we came to know that our uncle has tested positive for corona. So it was a huge shock for all of our family members, and everybody was very panicked and worried. And seriously, it's a fact that until and unless something comes to us, we'll never know what actually it is, and we will never actually know how to deal with it. So when we came to know that there is a corona positive member in our family, it was really very panicking, very worrying, horrible thing to us to digest. And we were so sad, we were so panicked, we were really, there was a mix of all emotions, and we didn't know what to do. So everybody of us started praying a lot, asking God, why did you allow this into our family? Why are you testing us? He sent his wife and his children and my grandmother to my home. We stay like 10 minutes away from each other's house, and so he sent all of the family members to our house, and he started staying alone in his home in quarantine, and he was taking medicines and everything. My uncle, coming to his physical personality, he's kind of obese in weight, and he had a minor breathing problem in his past. So when this corona thing came, uh, for the first 3 days he had a very bad cough, and he had a very bad fever. He had very high fever, and every one of us were like really panicked, because we knew that he had a breathing difficulty in his past. And everybody started saying that people who ever get affected with corona, they'll have a difficulty in breathing, and that's what leads to death. So everybody were really panicked, and so we didn't know what to do. We were contacting many doctors, and we were getting some prescribed medicines. It was the 1 week was gone, and still he's same like that, and there was no improvisation in his health. And we didn't know his health was stable, but we didn't know what was happening with his body. Neither he didn't know. So it was really a kind of confusion phase, and we didn't understand really what was happening, because he was alone over there, and we are every one of us were here, and every day we used to worry about him, like whether he's taking food properly, he's taking medicines properly, can he just get up from his bed and go to washroom, or can he just get up from his bed and can he get a glass of water. There was no one to help him. So these all things were going in our mind, and they were making us feel more sad, and our morale was getting weak. So this was the condition in our family. So after 1 week or something, suddenly on on a evening we got a call that he should be taken to hospital immediately because he has breathing difficulty. So we didn't know what to do. So when the neighbors around my uncle's house came to know that he has tested positive for corona, none of them like came and spoke with him, or at least like none of them were ready to talk with him or to ask him how the thing was. But it was like he was completely deserted, he was completely alone in this thing. And even the milkmaid was not ready to come and give milk. When my mama asked the milkmaid to at least put the milk bottle in front of the gate, not to come inside and give him, uh, for that also the milkmaid rejected. She said, sir, I can't come, and I can't even pass in front of you, I don't want to come in front of your house also. So sorry sir, I will not give you milk. So this was the condition. And my mama could not get out of the home because of this COVID thing. And so whatever he wanted, he used to call us, and he used to get it through us. So one day when we came to know that he has to be admitted to hospital, he has to get admitted in hospital, every one of us was so panicked, because thinking that maybe he will not able to meet all of us again, because my grandfather was also taken to hospital same like that, and he never returned back. Was also thinking the same thing, that he might not come back. So it was a very terrible experience for him, and it was so uh, you know he thought that he'll never come back to his home alive. He thought that he'll maybe die on the stretcher, or maybe in the on the way to hospital, or in the hospital. So the condition was like that. So every one of us were really worried when we came to know. So everybody of us started praying a lot, and he was there in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. He was taking oxygen from an oxygen cylinder. He was given an oxygen mask because it was really terrible for him to breathe. He had a lot of difficulty in breathing. Yeah, like even he couldn't, if he stand up and if he has to walk from his bed to the washroom in the hospital, it used to take him like 15 minutes, where a normal person can reach like within 1 or 2 minutes. So it used to take almost 10 minutes for him to reach to washroom from his bed. So that was the condition, because if he walks fast, his breathing would become difficult again for him. So he used to take tiny steps, and he was like that for like almost like 4 or 5 days. And after the fourth or fifth day, he got fine by God's grace and everybody's prayers. He got fine, and we asked him to test again. So when he tested himself again, the result was negative. He tested negative for corona. So that was story. But what I really wanted to share what I really wanted to tell by sharing this story is, when my mama was affected with corona, the milkmaid was not ready to serve him milk. Milk is some needed thing, right, to a patient who is not very good, because milk is a wholesome food, it's a rich food. And the milkmaid rejected because he had corona. And when my mama came from the hospital, and when he tested negative for corona, he stayed in self isolation for 1 week. And then he started moving out on his works. One day, all of our family, me, my mother, my sister, my brother, we all four went to my uncle's house to check how he is and to spend some time with my uncle and his family and my grandmother. So it was a time of evening, and my grandmother, she wanted tea. So at that moment, there was no milk in the home. So my uncle, he asked his kid to go and get a packet of milk. So my niece, she went to the shop and she asked the shopkeeper to give her a milk packet. But the shopkeeper did not give her milk packet. And she knew that there are milk packets in his fridge, but still he didn't give the milk packet to her. Then again, she went to another shop and she asked for the milk packet. There, the same thing happened again. It repeated. And she came back to home. She said, Dad, no one is ready to give milk packet for us. I don't know why. Because she's a kid of maybe 8 or 9 years age. And she knew what is like corona. She just know that corona is a dreadful thing and all that, but she felt very weird and she felt very strange, like when people started rejecting her. So she again, we told her to try in another shop. So she went to the shop, another shop, for the third time, and then there the shopkeeper gave her milk packet. And that, I don't know why they are not giving us milk packets. You already tested negative, but why people are not giving us anything? I knew there were milk packets in his fridge. I knew and I saw with my own eyes, but the shopkeeper still said, I don't have any milk packet and I will not give it to you. So she felt very sad. How can a 9-year-old kid, know all these things? So she just said whatever she felt, and when she spoke out this thing, it really hit me very hard. Why do we even do this kind of thing? Corona is a very dangerous thing, I admit that. But when someone is tested positive and they took medicine and thank God they got healed and they came outside, they came back very safely, why do you still reject? Why do you don't want to talk to them? I've seen it like in many other cases also, like my friends, relatives, my even they were telling me that many of the people are rejecting them on their face itself. They don't want to talk to them. They really want to ask society or the people outside, why are you treating already healed patients in an ill manner? Or why are you rejecting them? Or why are you scared to come and say a hi to them or give your things to them? Why do you even do that? When these people got tested positive for corona, they stayed alone. They stayed away from their family for 1 or 2 or 3 weeks. And how does it feel? Like when you stay away from your family, when you stay away from your loved ones, when you can't, when you know that you can't see them, you can't touch them, you can't go and hug them, you can't spend time with them. How does it feel? It really feels very bad, I know, right? So, why people are doing this to the patients who are already healed? Untouchable people, are you treating them like untouchable people? I didn't know whether the untouchability existed till now. But when my niece went to the shopkeeper and asked him for a milk packet, I came to realize that there is still untouchability in India. Of course, I admit that the situation was something like that where everybody is scared, about corona or the patients who has tested positive for corona. Everybody is in there to stay healthy and don't want to get this corona. But what was the mistake of corona patients? They didn't do it wantedly, right? Somehow the bacteria, somehow the virus entered their body and they had to fight it. And thankfully, many of the people have fought it really very well and they came out of it They are the real winners and they are the real warriors. They fought it. Why you people outside are trying to weaken their morale? This is a very wrong thing I'm saying. Believe me, when we came to know that my uncle tested positive for corona, it was not an easy thing for us. Every day was a challenge for us. Every day we were scared for, a moment where we all used to feel what will happen to him suddenly. When we came to know that he has been taken to hospital, every one of us thought that, whether we'll see him again alive or not. My grandmother, she started crying like hell. She also thought that how my grandfather left from home in the ambulance and he never returned back alive. Maybe her son also will come back home dead like that only. Seriously, that was the condition of every one of us. Everybody, we were not thinking negatively, but the situation and the condition which we were going through made us to think like that. But thankfully, everybody's prayers worked and God's grace was really amazing. And not only for my family, but for many people out there who has tested positive for corona and later they tested negative. I'm really happy for all the patients who has tested negative for corona once again. And I really urge all of you to not support or to not encourage this kind of behavior towards the corona healed patients. They are already cured, they are already healed, and you need not to stay away from them. Of course, you have to maintain the social distance for some more time. You have to take some precautions, but that doesn't mean you can show them a kind of untouchability face. That's really very wrong. That's really very wrong. And in a civilized country like ours, it is very sad to know that the untouchability or the fear for this kind of things still exists. It is really very, hurting to know that such kind of things happen not only with my family members but also with my other friends. So I really request everybody to stop encouraging this kind of behavior towards the patients and just show them love, because for 1 or 2 or 3 weeks the patients will stay away from their family and they have to stay alone. And how much they will miss their family. They know that they can't touch their children, they can't touch their spouses, they can't see their parents, they can't go outside and eat food which they like, which they love, they can't meet their friends. How does it feel? We will never know how they felt in their time, like in their the quarantine time, until and unless we get that. So that doesn't mean I'm not saying that we should all get that, so that in order we'll understand how that will feel. But I am saying we should not encourage this kind of behavior, this kind of rejection towards the corona healed patients. We have to show them support, we have to show them our love, we have to tell them that we are with them. And we should make anything to strengthen their morale. And they should not be weakened at any time. I really thank each and every one of you for listening very patiently. And I request and I urge every one of you to just go show some love to the corona healed patients. And you can gift them, like how last week ma'am gave some amazing ideas. Or at least you can just tell them a hi, call them, talk to them for some time, or text them if they are away from you. Or if they are near to you, just you can go, or at least you can send some gifts to them, so that they will feel special and they will not feel that you're keeping them away from you. You're not like ignoring them. So they'll understand that, and it will make them really very happy, I'm telling you. So Please do this, and please everybody, don't take corona very lightly, and uh, please everybody, stay safe and take necessary precautions. And I'm really thankful, and I am once again thanking Rahila ma'am for giving me this opportunity to share some of my experience with the amazing audience out there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.